amigos, sin que se ofenda, me dejen solo. Porque me da vergüenza llorar con ellos mi sufrimiento.
Yeah, Big Tony will be on tomorrow.
Que se preocupen por mi dolor.
What's up, RG? Let's get people in here real quick.
Pienso que es preferible sufrir a solas mi cruel tormento. Ha de surgir del cielo
You about to know about that.
Del más allá.
Échale,
El
échale.
bien que necesito que me reanime y me consuele.
Good evening, Mr. Hood Santa.
Quiero que se me borren todas las penas que me dejó.
Sir, the one and the only.
Era quien
That's Benny. I hope everything's good, homeboy.
Y sin embargo me abandonó.
Pacas in the building. Is that the major? Échale, carnales. Échale, cabrones.
Estos retratos viejos hacen más triste mi soledad.
That kind of music gonna make me want to buy the whole liquor store. West Coast Graffiti. Look at that. No member. I got you, West Coast. I'm going to your side of town, homeboy. Appreciate that. Let that one kick in there, West Coast.
Usan por mi memoria sus juramentos, sus falsedades, que para mí siempre.
I was bumping that thing on the way home. I was like, oh, man, that'd be a perfect song. Kick it today. How's everybody doing this Friday? Hope all is well. Man. Inside in that building. Yeah, you know that shit hits hard. Sufriendo a solas, Lupillo Rivera. Bakersfield, what's good? Finish it up here.
Retratos viejos hacen más triste mi soledad.
What's good, big creeps? So with that little monkey in the cartel, creeps, that's crazy. 909 Diesel. Man, drink them if you got them, carnal. Hopefully you're not on the road today, but if you are, make that money, homeboy. Big Sleep 310714. Cuba, Mr. Grill. Aquí estamos, carnales. Aquí estamos. Let's get it cracking here. I'm drinking juice, man. Échale, Lupillo.
Traiciones son.
And that's how they all end, right? My daughter would be like, Dad, why do they all end like that? Done, done. And that's why you say done, done after everything's done. Oh, boy. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Friday. I guess the beginning of the evening. We're here today. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, but I do want to... hey, West Coast, thanks for being a member of the channel. Carnal, that helps bring you the content and bring you the movement, homeboy. All right, Moises Carrera, driving that semi 24/7. There's a lot of you guys out there driving semis, man. That's dope, man. That means the world's turning, the economy's turning, even though it's definitely starting to slow down. I gotta work tomorrow, but I gotta get them in. Don't go too crazy, homeboy. Don't go too crazy. I can't go to work all buzz. That'd be killing me. So I had one of our channel members reach out to me earlier today and asked me to speak somewhat on, and that's what I'm going to start the conversation off with. Speak with about what happened out here in Southern California, El Monte to be more specific. And that's about the death of those two officers, right? One was I think like a 22-year um vet, and the other gentleman was a rookie. He only had about 2 years in. And before we start talking about him, these are the guys right here, man. These are the two officers that were murdered by Justin Flores, 35-year-old man. And a lot of times when we speak about police officers, we don't think about their families. We don't think about their kids. We just look at them as robots and believe that they're just out there to do their job, and if they screw up, screw them. But that's not the case, man. These guys are human beings. These guys have mothers, man. These guys have mothers that the mothers will never see them again. The mothers are going through the worst thing any parent can do, and that's preparing for a funeral for one of your children. And some of them are parents. They got wives. They got children. They're your neighbors. These are people that when they take the uniform off, they're human beings, man. They're not made of steel. They are not invincible, and they can be killed. And that's exactly what happened out here in El Monte. These two guys were gunned down by by a thug, by a gangster, by a troll, whatever you want to call him, man. By I'm sure the parents will say by a coward. This gentleman right here. That picture was taken a few years back. As Justin Flores right there. He was just charged 2 years ago. Let's see who's trying to call in already. Give me 1 second. I'm not taking the phone calls just yet, bud. Give me about 5 minutes here. He was arrested about 2 years ago, right? Justin Flores, for being an ex-con with a gun. And of course, Gascon's great policies out here in LA got him to plead no contest. That's something you plead to when it's like a misdemeanor, right? He got a no contest plea. He was released on probation, and that was for carrying a firearm with bullets. He was strapped, right? Back before you get next con with a weapon, you're gonna go do some time. Huh? You're gonna I don't know how much time, but you're definitely gonna do at least a year before. It used to be like 3 to 5 years for next con with a weapon. But the district attorney came in here with his I want to hug these criminals and make I'm gonna take care of the criminals. These people, they just need therapy. They're poor guys, and a lot of people are, but there's a lot of people that belong in prison. Let's just be honest. Some people don't want to say that, but it's a fact. There's people that belong in prison, and I can guarantee you that the parents of that were murdered by this man here hope to God that Gascon had some backbone. And all you see now is Gascon just backtracking. Everywhere this guy's going, he is backtracking because I mean, I'm sure he came in with good intentions, believing that that's how it's gonna be. He's riding the high of the BLM movement and believing that, yeah, man, we're all good people, and we just need to be more compassionate, and we need some therapy. But the reality is the streets are the streets, man. The streets don't change regardless of who's a district attorney, regardless of who's a sheriff, regardless. The streets are always going to be the streets. And what are the streets? They're cold. They're cold. The streets will kill you. The streets will rape you. The streets will just destroy your life. That's what the streets do. And for any politician or any person that believes that that's not the case, then you don't know the streets, or you're just you're so out of touch with reality, man. It's only because there's people out there that were former criminals, as myself. I was a former criminal. I can easily say that. But there's some people that are former criminals that seem to forget that they've taken their hand off the pulse of the streets. The streets haven't changed. I mean, it's still a dirty ass cold game, and part of that cold game is you break the law, you do some time. Why? To make you think twice. Nowadays, people ain't thinking twice. People with back in the days, you get caught with the strap, you're gonna do some time. Like I said, it's gonna take you off the streets. Nowadays, you're gonna get a no contest. Come on, man. And that is why you got people like this being murdered. You got people like this being murdered. You got mothers like this crying because you got a coward district attorney who won't, at the very least, before he gets kicked out, say, you know what? My policies are not working. And for anybody who's coming in here to be the district attorney, because he will get the boot, to say, you know what, these policies of hugging criminals, it doesn't work. These policies of being soft on crime, it doesn't work. You got to have compassion in certain things, yes. But when you're out there acting a fool, homie, you got to give them their stupid prize, man. And that's jail, carnal. Let's see what's up with you guys today, man. Savior's Road. Remember? Here we go. Let me get you guys in here real quick. Yeah, you guys go ahead and tap in. You got the phone number. You hit the link if you want to. The link is at the top. Remember, if grandma is getting robbed, no one is going to get out and help her, but the police will get out and help her. Absolutely. These guys literally put their lives on the line every single day. Why? To try to protect and serve. And is there some bad apples? Absolutely. But there's bad apples in everything. Man. There you go. Poison One. I'm from a barrio, and my little brother will be in the academy soon. So I feel what you're saying. Listen, I'm a former gangbanger. I've got homies that were former as well, and I got two homies who, one of their daughters is a sheriff, one of their sons is a sheriff, and I would rather hear, "Hey, Gil, what do you know about my son is a sheriff, homie? Hey, what do you know about my daughter's a sheriff?" You think I'd rather hear that, or I'd rather hear, "Hey, fool, what you know about my son got in the hood, homie? Hey, my daughter got in the hood, homie." But unfortunately, there's still some people like that. It's not as bad as it was back when I was growing up, or maybe 10, 15 years ago. But there's still some people out there that they take pride in believing that their kids or their nephews or their family members are from the hood. And there ain't no future in that homes. You know that already, man. I'd rather see our children go up to be responsible people, to be law enforcement. We got the phone call from Colorado. Let's see what you got. Colorado, you got a name? What's the name again? I'm sorry.
Brian,
what's going on, buddy?
hey, first off, I love your show, man. I watch it all the time.
Thank you, my man.
What you said earlier, man, I totally agree. But it's not going to stop with police officers not getting their justice. It's going to be people like you and me too, man. Because the DA is out there to make money for himself. He ain't out for the people.
Absolutely.
Politics are changing. You know, what's really got to happen is the community and law enforcement need to come together. Law enforcement doesn't have the backing anymore. You know, people don't want to be police officers now. I know, like out here in Colorado, Denver PD is shrinking a lot.
Right.
So they're struggling right now. So I'm sure it's the same thing in California, Los Angeles, the sheriff's department. They're begging for people all over the country just to go work in certain cities.
Yeah, the morale in the morale in all the departments is down horribly because most of the politicians turned their back on them a few years ago.
Oh, dude, it's still happening. I mean, you still got states that are saying defund the police when they should be backing the police.
Absolutely. And that's why I say maybe we should pull some of these cops off of security duty for a lot of these politicians who say defund the police, but who's around them when they go to any news conference or any event? You got nothing but police officers around them.
Exactly. I mean, I see it on the news all the time where, I mean, there's nothing but homeless in the streets and they're high off fentanyl. I mean, fentanyl is a huge issue right now.
Everywhere.
I mean, it's our police do not have the backing. And as far as being for the Raza, I mean, everybody needs to come together. I mean, even for the Raza, I mean, the Raza needs to support itself, even when there's police officers that are for that Raza. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. But like I said, man, is there bad apples? Yes. But there's bad apples in everything. You can't sit there and just say, oh, they're all like that, because that would be like us at Raza having guys who are, you know, like that guy who killed the cops, and people say, oh, look, they're all like that. No, we're not all like that. There's bad in everything. But for the most part, I think most officers go in there with good intentions to protect and serve.
A lot of them are doing for good intentions. I mean, to be a police officer, you have to be 21 years old. So you're really, when you get into the police academy, you're basically a baby still.
Yeah, you're so kid.
Just like when you enlist in the military, you're a baby. I mean, the youngest you can get in the military is at 17 with the parents' consent.
Right.
So literally, 21 years is still a baby, man.
For sure, my man. For sure. Hey, Colorado, I appreciate the phone call.
Take care, brother.
Thank you, my man. right, let me see who's in the building here. Thing hung up. Okay. Alhambra City Audits. Cuba Gil just got in from work, and a huge thank you for bringing this topic up. American Cholo por Vida. Absolutely. I don't know if it was you or one of the other members who hit me up to bring it up, and I had to. Before I keep going, I need to send a shout out yesterday. I was on the homie Silence podcast. You can check them out. I put I think in the, not in the description, but in the post I did yesterday, right? It was actually a very good conversation. You guys should go check them out. But one of our subscribers, the number one mandilon, called in. Shout out to the number one mandilon. But I've got a shout out to the number one mandilon's jefes, his mom and dad. He said yesterday that he told his parents about the channel. He'd be like, look, mom and dad. Y que dicen su papá y mamá. Ese es un huevón. Ese nomás se la pasa en YouTube hablando. Jefes, yo tengo trabajo. Yo tengo más de 22 años trabajando en construcción de cemento. Yo trabajo todos los días. Me he levantado a las 5 de la mañana todos los días por 22 años. No creo que soy huevón nomás en YouTube aquí. Shout out to Mandilon's parents, man. I'm hardworking, man, people. For you guys who didn't understand that, I don't know, Holmes. Hold on, give me a second. Tony, you just hung up. Sorry, my man. I was giving my shout out to Mandilone's parents, man. And I was just telling them, I'm not a lazy guy just on YouTube. They think they're Mexican. So, I mean, straight Mexicano nationals from what I'm hearing. So they think I'm just a crazy guy. Ese nomás está on YouTube just talking. He's just a guy on YouTube talking. He doesn't have a job. I've been working for 22 years, mom and dad. I take care of business, man. I've been working up at 5 a.m. for the last 22 years. So, chale tamale. ¿Qué onda, pinche Salinas report? How you doing, homeboy? Let's see what else you got, man. Nikki Pacheco, thank you for that membership, carnal. Homeless Michael is in the building. ¿Cómo estás? Moises. Gil, I would like to see a district attorney and sheriff or police officer come to your show and talk us and let us know in what way we could help them and what we could change our community. It seemed like I had a good shot at getting Sheriff Villanueva on, but I don't think he likes the fact that I said that I would ask him about the gangs in the military. Gangs in the police department. So that's why. But I do have one or two more coming on. Mr. Art, how we doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, man. It's Friday. Friday's always good.
Always good, bro. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What you got to say, Art?
Well, check this out. You're talking about, the police and how they're getting defunded and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted all the listeners to really think about this. Like, I know some of us are not, hardcore, whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, like, the cops, their job is to come save the day, right?
Yes.
Whether or not you're a gangbanger or not. Like, I know there's a code, you don't call the cops, whatever. All right, cool, I respect that. But at the end of the day, when you're not good enough to handle the situation, you're going to need some fucking blue motherfucking boys to come for the fucking rescue. Yes or no, Gil?
Yes, sir.
And all these people that are saying defund these boys, even though people might have their restrictions, their opinions, whatever, you know what? I got family there for you. So, like, come on, guys. Everyone, hey, just let the bullshit go. If you're on the other side of the fucking fence, stay on the other side of the fence. Uphold the code, whatever, right?
Yes.
But for the normal people, like my mom, she's gonna call the cops, bro. I want the cops to go there.
Yes,
right?
yes. If your mom's in trouble, she's not gonna call the homies, carnal. She's gonna call the cops.
Exactly.
If your wife's in trouble,
yeah.
she's gonna call the cops. Regular citizens, regular people are gonna call the cops. Yeah, if you're slanging dope and somebody comes to steal your dope, yeah, you're not gonna call the cops because you're not in that business. But most people, most law-abiding citizens are gonna call the cops. Even the same ones who talk crap about the cops and say defund the police are the first ones that when their babies die, why aren't you guys solving the case? Why aren't you guys taking care of business? Like, wait a minute, 2 weeks ago, you're telling me to screw us and you don't want us in your life. And as soon as somebody gets hurt or gets robbed or killed in your family, now you're pushing up on us? No, man. The cops are something we need in society, plain and simple. If we didn't have the cops in America, this would be a free-for-all. This would be Armageddon out here, and that's a fact.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
For sure.
Hey, I want to share something else with you, if I may.
Yeah, shoot.
I'll make it quick, bro.
Okay.
Like me and my little daughter, it's like a little tradition that we used to go on Saturday mornings. We used to go to 7-Eleven to get chocolate chip cookies. So we're at the 7-Eleven. We're getting out of the car. I didn't see that there was a cop around the fucking corner. Around the corner, he was looking. And then there's this homie. He's homeless, but he's a homie. And he's like, hey, homie, hey, you got like $8? Can I get $8? And I was like, nah, homie, like I only got plastic, bro. I'm sorry. And then he gets really close up to me in my airspace, bro. And my little daughter, she's already grabbing onto me, like, let's go, Dad, let's go. And he's like, oh, that's fucked up. And he gets up in my airspace, and I was like, fuck you, fool. That pushed him, he goes on his ass. And my daughter's just traumatized from that shit, bro, right?
Right.
Around the corner was a cop looking at all this. He came. I didn't ask him. I didn't call him.
Right.
He was watching. He came. He got out of the fucking car, put this fucker in handcuffs, and said, go ahead and do what you got to do. And my daughter's telling me, let's just go home, Dad. Let's just go home, please. And she's shaking. She's crying.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Frida. We're going to go inside and get your fucking cookies. Don't trip. And that fucking guy in blue, he came and got those fuckers off. I mean, they weren't on me, but
right.
He helped me. He helped me and my daughter, homie.
That's right.
Straight up, bro.
That's right. For sure.
So, hey,
that's what I do.
You know what? That's the story. Have a buenas noches, homeboy. Hey, I'm always listening to your podcast. I'm putting people up on your podcast.
Thank you, homeboy.
For subscription. Straight up, guys.
I appreciate it, my man. Have a great night, huh? Have a great weekend.
Likewise, homeboy.
All right, carnal. Late. That's dope. Oh, my homie from another mother. Hold on, let me get a. Oh, that's my boo boo. Boo boo. That's my boo boo. Boom. OG Steve. Always showing love from the Bronx, New York. Salute, Gil, from North Bronx. What's good, bro? From North Hollywood to North Bronx, man. One love. We got another on here. We got another member in the building, man. That's what's up, man. That's what helps keep the lights on in this place, people. They don't understand. Mr. Poison One became a YouTube member. Hey, listen, guys, all you YouTube members, hit me up after this in the comment section or hit me up on one of the posts that I did for members. I'd like to see what you guys would like me. I want to do some stuff where I wouldn't talk about regularly on the channel here, but I will talk about anything you guys want to talk about in the membership. Anything. Hello.
So,
talk to me. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Tony, I live in North Hollywood. Right now, I'm working in Sherman Oaks.
Tony, North Hollywood. Are you a certified forklift operator?
I'm not.
Oh, I thought I heard a forklift. I thought you were that vato that you are in the presence of a certified forklift operator. What's going on, oh boy?
Nah, we got a thing called the Big Joe. I work that one.
Well, there you go.
Not the one that drives. Hey,
talk to me.
Hey, I like how you been putting that gym owner on blast.
Oh, that jackass over here in North Hollywood, homeboy.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Like, you know, I live in North Hollywood too, so like, there's a lot of Armenians, you know, and you know, the first thing I do, and when I find out the Armenian, I tell them, hey, this is not a Mexican hangout. And they're all like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. You know, none of them like him, and here's the thing about that, right? Like, I'm kind of teasing them a bit.
Yes.
But it's good to know that they don't like him either, and that they're like, like, you know, like, we love Mexicans, and I'm like, yeah, like,
yeah,
you know,
listen.
I know with Armenians, with Apes, they're cool too. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's half the city theirs too. You know what I mean? Like, especially where we live.
It's almost like when Tupac said it wouldn't be LA without Mexican. It wouldn't be North Hollywood without Armenians, homeboy. That's just
really, yeah, fool, no lie.
Hey, yeah,
yeah, you know, it's good. It's good though because it's bringing awareness and
yes,
you know, it's also like where, you know, you could kind of tease them on, and they know what's going on too, because it's going on other feeds and other stuff too. You know, like, it's for them. So like,
anybody who doesn't know, it's making it where they understand, like, oh shit, these guys really can get together and do something, and it makes them think twice.
I mean,
The ones who are dirtbags, it makes them think twice before they start doing anything like this.
no, yeah, for real. But like, it's good to know that they're backing. Not, and I wouldn't say our plate, but like, they have our back because they all just
For sure.
don't want anything to do with that guy. It was like when that guy Baby Girl came out, the Mercedes Benz. Like when that guy, yeah, like they're all like, hey, that's what's crazy. So, it's good that you're doing that too, because it's it feels like that need to get put on blast. And
They need to, homie. They absolutely need to, man.
yeah, like, and you've always done that too, like with the Coronado guys, like when they do the tortillas and all that. I just called to say, like, I like that about you. You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you, man.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate that, homeboy. Hey, be
be
safe out there at work, homeboy. Shout out to you, homeboy. All right, homie. Late, Tony. Yeah, and before I keep going, I want to make it very clear to anybody out there, any listener out there, that jackass, that lady, I don't think they're like full-blown racists. I think they're bigots. There's a difference between a full-blown racist and a bigot. Bigots are just like, they think they're better than you. They think, that their shit don't stink, right? But that does not reflect all the Armenian people. Not even close, man. I know many Armenian people are cool as hell, man, and that is not reflected. Just like how this guy who killed the 2 officers in Monte doesn't reflect the rest of us, right? He killed other brown men, is what it is. But we're here trying to get the message across that you don't mess with us, man, because why? We won't fight you with guns, because that fight doesn't make us win or you win. We'll fight you with the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword, man. We'll hit your business. We'll Yelp your thing. Believe it or not, that kills them. Mr. Moises Carrera, $20 super chat, super sticker. Thank you, senor. Appreciate that very much. And he's a member, dude. Nothing but love, homie. ¿Qué onda con este? I see. He's listen, I'll talk. If you want me to talk about that on members only, we'll talk about it, homie. But no, listen. He does what he does, homeboy. That vatos never changed. I'll give him that much, homeboy. He's never changed. He's been the same from day one. The elites and the administration is gonna starve a lot of people. Wake up, homie. Yeah. We're gonna. It does look like that. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but they're definitely doing it. All right, let me see. Pick this up real quick. Let's see. I just sent your subscription on my WhatsApp. Hold it down for the Cali Max. Bang, and you can match me. That's right, man. Sharing is caring, people. Manuel Navarrete. Much love, Gibby. What's up, Manuel? ¿Cómo estás, carnal, out there in San Diego, homeboy? Much love. That's one of the day oneers right there. Behold the pale horse, homies. Behold the pale horse. Let me see what you got over here. Elsinore is in the building, people. Elsinore is in the building. I.e. Inland Empire, right? It's getting hot out here, homies. It's getting hot out here, carnal. Let me see. Come on, Diablo. Let's stop that for a minute, homie. Give me that's the last one, Diablo. Just stop, homie. Just stop. We'll go to some other Vatos channel with that, carnal. We ain't feeling that vibe, homie. We ain't feeling that vibe. Is on way. What is that? You don't think the FBI is on your way over here? Yeah, for sure. A fact, homie. Everybody's watching. Every channel that has anybody who was a former gang member is being watched. I'm not saying every day by the feds. They're watching. By the LAPD or cops, yeah, they're watching. They're watching literally grown men politic on one another on YouTube, homie. That's something I never thought would happen. But you're seeing grown men straight politicos, carnal, on the YouTube fucking world. It's crazy, but that's where we're at nowadays, homie. That's where we're at. We're in the world where everything is out there. It's fucking crazy, man. Mario Ruiz with the 1999 super sticker. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the movement, because there is a movement, homie. We're doing it, homie, together, carnal. But like the last caller was calling in about, the stuff that's going on with the gym, and we'll be out there on Sunday, to do a little Mexican hangout for the guy. It's sending a message, man. It is sending a message not to the Armenian community. It's sending a message to everybody in the community, right? that you will not mess with us, that we will come together for something that's greater than us. And what's greater than us is you will not disrespect us, you will not belittle us, you will not make us look like we're less than, because we are much more than. And it's a sad reality. I see this a lot on Instagram, on YouTube. I don't see it as much anymore, because I think people are finally starting to realize, or they've gone off and maybe left the channel, which is okay by me. I see a guy today, and I've seen a couple other ones. This is what they say. Oh man, when did we get so weak? We're looking like Karens. I'll just go there and beat that guy up and wah wah wah, and just talk that high power stuff, right? About we shouldn't be complaining, we shouldn't be this. They're big fucking gangsters, wah wah wah. And I'm like, homie, it's not like we're talking about a dog taking a crap on our lawn and we're making a big deal about that. We're literally talking about business owners in our community going out and disrespecting our people. That is one of the worst things you can do. And if you guys who think like that, it's because in reality, in the mirror, you look and you think you see this gangster vato that how beats. You're a coward, homie. You scared. When it comes to protecting your own people, you're scared. And instead of looking for a reason to get involved, you look for a reason not to get involved. And that is the definition of a coward, homie. That's exactly what it is. Regardless how gangster you may think you are, regardless of, I would have just socked them up and kept it moving. I don't got to put it on the internet. Yeah, homie. If that was the case, you'd be in the pinta right now, because every single one of us come to a point where, you know what? Either I'm going to do this as a respectable part of society, or I'm going to beat somebody up and go to jail. How many times do you think I had to make the choice? I'm going to sock this guy up, or nah, you know what? As long as you ain't touching me, homie, I'm good. But if you come into my space, yeah, I'm going to beat you up. But all that saying, what's wrong with you, Vatos, making a big deal? Because it is a big deal. Maybe you're okay with somebody coming and disrespecting your mother, your wife, or your daughter. Maybe you're okay with that. I am not. And that is a fact. And that is a thing that we need to look. The problem in our community is we got no empathy, homie. We have more empathy for white people. We have more empathy for black people. That is a fact. When it comes to our own, we are much quicker to say, why even make it a big deal? Wait till it's your daughter getting disrespected. Wait till it's your aunt getting disrespected. Wait till it's your mama getting disrespected. And then you come talk to me, tough guy. Sorry, I had to get it off the chest for the tough guys in the world, homeboy. See. Oh, no, we're not. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole, Gabriel. All right, Mr. Pochita Mexicana. Pochi. You are the Pochita Mexicana. Pochita Mexicana. They are bringing the FBI to investigate the sheriff's gang, as they should. No, as they should. Listen, only because I'm pro law enforcement, I am not pro gangs in the sheriff's department. They absolutely should. And even though I do support Villanueva, believe it or not, because he's out there banging, I don't support what he's doing as far as the gangs in his department. He doesn't want to acknowledge him. Like I said, I had a real good chance at interviewing Villanueva, but it seems like he pulled out because they asked, well, what's the controversial question you're gonna ask? I said, I'm gonna ask him about the gangs in the sheriff's department, and I'm gonna tell him, Sheriff Villanueva, you are doing yourself a disservice by saying there is no gangs in the sheriff's department, because there is gangs in the sheriff's department. And if you were really about that, you would acknowledge that. So hopefully I can, maybe you guys can get the word out there, start, texting, emailing all these people, and hopefully get the other sheriff that's from Long Beach. Maybe he'll have that conversation, and maybe I'll change my support. You never know. Let's see what you got. It is the one. It is the only, people. Mr. Roger.
Rogelio.
Mr. Rogelio. Mr. Rogelio, ¿cómo estás, güey?
Hey, what's going on, bro? I'm watching it on my big screen TV in the living room today with my kids. Hey,
talk to me.
Yeah, I even got my kids involved now watching your stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, bro,
shout out to
listen,
Roger. Shoot, Roger, shoot.
Yeah, so one thing that I want to say, because, I love your show. I love the thing you did with, I joined your Instagram. You already know that. I saw the Armenian chick. But, I think most importantly, because I think it's important to reach the kids that haven't committed the crimes yet and haven't chosen the wrong road, And I'm going to tell you, because I hear like a lot of stuff that you say, like, but dude, once you have a criminal record, like if you go into like more like white collar work, dude, you are going to be completely in a world of hell. You know, any assault charges, any fraud charges, any money stuff, you're not going to be able to get a job at a bank or, you know, a financial, dude, you're going to be screwed. So I think it's important to tell these kids, don't commit the crimes before they do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
And
that is a great point you're making, Roger. But the sad reality is that these kids are so, especially the ones that are already getting into trouble into gangs, right? They are so clouded. They're living in a box, and they're having guys that are older than them telling them, you know, feeding them that lie of the gang, feeding that lie of the lifestyle. But I think the way we kind of do reach them, and that's why I say we come together as a community, is having politicians really throw some money at like after school programs where it would be something great, especially like in gang areas, to every single gang area have a place where they go boxing, where they have a trainer and they go boxing.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, and I think it's a lot of community in what you're doing, because I'm going to tell you one thing. My dad was a criminal. I mean, he was a major criminal.
Okay.
Right? But the difference between my dad and a lot of these other guys were, my dad would push me away from that. He said, don't ever do this, don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like, don't do that stuff, dude. And I think that was the difference between me and, like, you know, other people in my family. And that's why I went straight. You know what I mean? It you know, it starts, you know, I was watching some of these guys, like, you know, on these videos, like, they come from a generation of, like, gangbangers.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to do that to your kids? You know what I mean?
Yeah, misery loves company.
Like, you do that. Listen, bro, I know, but if you become a criminal, you do it. But, okay, I understand that. And look, I'm not saying that criminals are bad per se compared to the politicians, but, you know, you do that in a way so your criminals, so your kids don't become that. You know what I mean?
Right. At least
like,
the justified means to an end. Yes, that's the basic goal.
Like, I was watching this. Look, dude, I was watching Instagram this morning while I was working, and I saw this little kid. He Sureño guy. I forgot, he was a rapper or something, but he was making a video to his mom, and his mom was basically enticing him to do the criminal act. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he made a rap song about his mom, how she supported him. But it's like, bro, that's not the way you want to do it. If you want to support your kids, don't put them in that position.
Yes, sir.
You learned.
Yes, sir.
Listen, if we're criminals, listen, Gil, we're criminals, right? Let's say we're criminals.
Right.
You were a criminal, whatever. You were a gangbanger. You did your stuff. Okay, we did our thing. You do not want your kids to live the same life. You want them to be better than you.
Yes, sir.
Why in the hell would you want them to follow the same life?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
If
you love your kids,
yeah.
why would you want to do that?
You're 100% right, Roger. 100% right.
Anyway, bro, that's my point, dude. I'm gonna let you go.
For sure, my man.
Love your show.
Thanks, Roger.
All right,
appreciate
man.
it. Shout out to the kids, man.
Later,
brother. Man, that's right. Stay cool out there, Roger. Let me get some of these super chats in here real quick. Carnage Asada. This is the guy who'll be killing the Asada. Thank you for that $20 super chat. Here you go, just showing some support. That's what I'm talking about, my man. I appreciate you. And we got another one in the building. Bryant Laws, $10 super chat. Seems like life is turning into 1984. The book haves and have nots. Yes, it's turning that way, Brian Laws, and it's going to continue to turn that way as long as we continue to fight one another for the dumbest things. I mean, the greatest trick that politicians have done is made two parties. It's called the Democrat and the Republican Party, and we continue to be at each other's throats, yet we continue to be the same ones suffering. It doesn't matter what party you're from, because both parties are full of rich people that when the economy crashes, it doesn't really hurt them. When the gas prices go up, it doesn't really hurt them. When the food prices go up, it doesn't really hurt them. These are the people from both parties, because at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you're red or blue, and I'm not talking about Crip or blood, I'm talking about Dem or Republican, you are still collecting your paycheck from the government. That does not stop. You're still collecting your benefits from the government. That does not stop. They talk all kind of stuff about welfare programs, but they're the biggest welfare federals out here. Because why? Because we continue to be at each other's throats, instead of sitting there and trying to figure out how do we come together, speak up, vote these bums out of office, and get people in there that really care. It's a very difficult task to do. That's why nobody really wants to do it. But unless we actually attempt to do it, it's never gonna happen, people. Hopefully that gets you going. Keep them accountable. There you go. Keep them accountable 100%, especially towards Raza. That's what we got to do, people. 909 Diesel. Mr. Roger be coming with that fire comments, man. He really does. Roger is actually a very intelligent guy. It's actually a blessing to have Roger call in and give his input. He started off as a crazy guy, but nah, man. Roger's low key, maybe a little bit of genius, homeboy. Who knows, homeboy? Eagles Finance. Okay, Gil, how much do you make a month? None of your business. Like $40? I don't know what you're talking about, homeboy, but come on now. Okay, let's see what you got. Oof, that's loud. Mr. David, what's going on, my man?
Hey, how you doing, brother? So I had a little interesting experience with my attorney outside of the courtroom. I just wanted to share it real quick with you guys. So, we're talking about policing and the DAs and kind of stuff that's going on, right? So I had shared a little while ago. I got into a bar fight with the vato that kept pressing me, getting in my face. Get up. You're not gonna do anything. I'm gonna slap you while you're seated. Blah blah blah. Anyways, it turned into a fight. Long story short, I kicked his ass. Right.
Okay.
He was an Asian homie from an Asian gang. Right.
Right.
And anyways, he didn't show up to court. He's like, nah. The DA was calling him like, nah. He was like, nah. I don't want no smoke, nothing. Whatever. I wanted to fight him. Blah blah blah. Well, the DA was like, oh, she was like, well, it's on video, so I don't need him anyways. Like, he gave him black eyes. Blah blah blah. When the cops got there, right.
Right.
So then, anyways, she was like, look, I'm going to put a warrant for his arrest. I'll force him to testify, the whole bullshit, right? They had, like, clear video of it.
Right.
So anyways, this was about a year ago, right? So they fucking slammed me on a strike, felony, everything, right? But no jail time. All right, whatever. So then I ran into my attorney at a steakhouse, and I said, hey, bro. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Come to me. I said, what's going on, man? He's like, I still think about your case all the time. I said, why's that? He's like, because you had a guy that was like, look, I started the fight. I didn't want to fight, blah, 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 this and that. He's like, but she just would not let go of it, man. He's like, and that's what I do, criminal defense. He's like, I go in there with white guys, good deal. I go in there with the black guy, get a good deal. But for some reason, when I go in there with Latinos, he's like, man, they just don't play ball. They don't play ball. They want to give you guys the maximum. He's in the lawyer world, we call it water walkers, right? Doesn't matter what you do, they just want to slam you with the most. So this is an Inland Empire area, right? So I'm just kind of giving you an experience of like just only a year ago, we're still, so it's kind of like sometimes it's like hard to support the police when you know the DA is going to slam the brown community with higher sentences. You know what I mean?
I understand.
It's just there's just so much in the system that needs to be fixed, but. I was kind of like flabbergasted when he told me that. I was shocked that he had said that, right? He goes, yeah, man, I really wish I could have, beat that case, especially when you got a guy saying, look, I don't want charges. I wanted to fight the guy, right?
Right.
He's like, but, he's like, you just didn't have the right skin color, unfortunately.
Well, look at this. That's like picking and choosing. Look at the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. It was on national TV. This guy got assaulted, right, by Will Smith. Went out there, slapped him. They didn't need Chris Rock's permission to go arrest him. They should have arrested them right there and then for assault and battery. So it
would have happened to any one of us.
Yeah, it would have happened to any one of us.
We went up there and slapped him. Yep.
But the reality also is, like out here in Los Angeles, especially, the district attorney and the law enforcement agencies, they don't get along very well because they see Gascon as a weak district attorney, which he is. He's a weak district attorney. His own office, which I want to say is 80 to 90% of the district attorneys do not like Gascon. He is a weak district attorney. He is a guy who wants to hug all the criminals, and I'm talking about real criminals, not some guy like you get into a scuffle out in a parking lot of the street. I'm talking about a guy who's gonna come and put a gun in your mom's chest and say, give me your purse. I'm talking a guy who's gonna go and do some armed robbery. I mean, do some home invasion, and pistol whip the husband so he can give him some money. Those are the criminals we're talking about, and yeah, it does get, to a point where, well, do I support him? Do I not? when it comes to the core part of the cops, absolutely I support them. When it comes to the core part of law enforcement, absolutely I support them. Because if I don't support police officers, then what are we going to support? We're going to support anarchy. We're going to support the gangster on the block. The gangster on the block is a myth that, oh, we're out there to protect the neighborhood. No, we're not, homie. We're out there to party, get drunk, get some hyenas, smoke weed, smoke dope, and not give a F about any of the community. And that's a fact.
And you know what's crazy is during the whole situation, the whole everything, I never even the officer that arrested me, he was just doing his job, right? I do support the law enforcement, but I didn't support the process that I went through specifically, especially with the DA that I had, because I kind of had a suspicion with her, like, man, she just does not let up, and it was an emotional roller coaster for my family, everyone involved. I'm real high up with the union. I have a really, really prestigious position. And even with my financial and having the best attorney, and still just, I mean, this DA was just relentless.
Hey, so
right, and he told me, yeah, keep going, bro.
Oh, I want to ask you something completely off the topic that we're talking about right now. Since you told me you're a union member, right? I don't know what union you're from, but I'm non-union, but I started seeing some union guys trickle in, right? So. Is the work starting to slow down because of inflation, because of the points? Because what I'm seeing where I'm working at, it seems like we're not opening any more new big jobs right now. Are you guys having the same issue?
Right now we're not. I'm a part of a driving union, so we're not really we don't really mess around with the whole construction thing. But right now we're still growing, man. We're still growing at an astronomical rate right now. So things are going well for us at the moment, but with these diesel prices, we're heading towards we're heading towards something bad, right?
For sure.
And then we got AB5 coming around the corner that's going to really affect the Latino community.
And what is that?
So AB5 is where they say that if you're an owner operator, that the companies the companies that you work for have to pay you like benefits, or they have to pay you like work injury, right?
Right.
So this was created for Uber and Lyft, but it trickled down.
It rolled over. It rolled over to you guys.
Yeah, it rolled over, right? So check this out: the owner operators that own their own truck, but like let's say they drive for Landstar or one of these big companies, which is a fantastic way to make a living. And a lot of the Latino community benefits from owning their own truck and being very successful, right? And this AB5 is looking like really bad news, man. It might make them criminals overnight. So it's supposed to go into effect about 11 days from now. The Supreme Court's they're still on the fence if they're going to hear it or not.
Right.
But if it goes into effect, man, it's going to be really bad for the trucking community.
Well,
and it's really going to hit the community of color as far as of all minorities.
But it's also going to hit the pocketbooks of everyday Americans, because everything you guys ship out, the more the prices go up, they're gonna give the prices to us, and that's what's going on right now.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Wow,
you're right on the money about that. And another thing I wanted you to look up, brother, because like I know it's not the first time we've talked about law enforcement topics and stuff like that, right? So I saw a news article, and I wanted you to write down the name of it. If you get time, I wanted you to read up on it and see what your thoughts are.
What is it?
It says police militarization gave us Uvalde. Right, this guy who writes this article, he was a civilian police officer for I think 15 years, and then he was a military police officer for 10 years. He taught law enforcement, right? So he really breaks down what's going on with today's modern police and the militarization, and he thinks it's heading in the wrong direction, but he gives breakdowns of why, right?
Okay.
So I wanted you to read it up.
I'll check them
read
out.
up on it. And then also maybe have a police analyst on the show, bro.
Well,
because that's a whole different field.
I actually got a guy trip out. I'll give you guys a little bit of the insight. I got a guy who hit me up this week, right? He hits me up and he's like, "Hey, Gil, I'm a gym owner out here in the Valley. I'm a former sheriff. I think he got kicked out because they thought he was part of like one of the gangs in the sheriff department, right?" He gives me his whole backstory, and I'm like, "Man, this guy looks so familiar, dude." I said, Let me go look into his Instagram. I'm looking at the guy, right? And then I said, wait a minute, this looks like so and so. I go back to his original message. Me and the guy were friends in elementary school. We were real good friends. We were real good friends, like in junior high, right? Like I know in like 7th grade or whatnot, right? And that's when I joined. That's when I joined the gang, and a couple other buddies that were all part of the same little crew. We joined gangs, and we all kind of separated. And we went our own lives, and now, I don't know, 30 some years later, he's hit me up. I'm like, hey, fool, you know me, right? He's like, damn, I thought I did. So it's kind of a small world coming back, but I'm gonna have him come on and speak a little bit about stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool, man. And you know what? I appreciate the show, bro. And I appreciate that I could call and give you like my honest opinions,
For
my
sure.
thoughts, my personal experiences, and you always hear me out, and you always respect people regardless of what their views are, man. And I think that's why you have so many viewers here and so many people that appreciate
Thank you. And now before I go, you remember, join the membership, homie. Help keep the lights on in the building over here, carnal. Come on, now you got a career. Let's do this.
Absolutely.
All right, there you go.
I will. I'll do that right now, brother.
All right, man. Thank you.
Sounds
You have a
good,
great
brother.
weekend, homeboy. Later. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, let's see what you guys got. Hit Hard Inc. Thank God it's Friday, people. American Cholo, what's up, Gil? Tapping in to support the channel. As always, sending much respect your way from the city of Colton, the IE Inland Empire. For all you guys who don't know, I also got a pocket full of quarters for Mortal Kombat. It does say quarters. It does say quarters. Let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you got. We're almost at that hour mark. I'm going to go watch a flica with the wifey. Before I forget, happy Father's Day out there to all you fathers who take care of business, who go to work, who sacrifice your back, your labor, your work for your family, man. Why? To keep the lights on, to keep a roof over your heads, to put food on the table. A lot of times we don't get the recognition that we should, but a lot of times, that's what men do. We don't do it for the recognition as well. But since it is Father's Day weekend, I want to sit there and send my special shout out to all the fathers out there that have been taking care of business, not the mijo dads, And people who don't know, I've said it before, the mijo dad is that one dad that be like, hey, mijo, come here, I love you, hey, mijo. And then that fool's gone for the next 3 to 4 months. Not the mijo dad. The mijo dads, this ain't your weekend, homie. Don't be coming out like, hey, homie, happy Father's Day. Homie, fool, you ain't taken care of your kids since 1987. All of a sudden, you want to come on the scene and be like, it's my Father's Day. These are to the fathers, stepfathers, half fathers, whatever you want, to all the dads out there, even to the moms who be acting like dads and taking care, because that was my heifer for me. My heifer was the one that used to straight be the man in my life, man. She steered me the way I am, made me the way I am, made me a tough guy, and thank God for that, man. So, yeah, happy Father's Day before I forget to all you guys, man. What's up, Mr. Martin? ¿Cómo estás, cabrón? Real leaders back then used to fight for what they believe in back then. And we're trying to fight for what we believe in now. But the unfortunate part, Modern, is that people look, like I said earlier, they look for a reason not to get involved. A lot of people want to act tough as hell, but when it's time to get involved, and I mean get involved, you don't have to fight somebody. You don't have to just get involved, make a phone call, make a Yelp review, get on your Instagram, and instead of just showing your Harley Davidson, go to their page and say, hey, man, I don't appreciate you being a racist person or something like that. That goes a very long way, man. South Central is in the building. Let's see what you guys got. Yeah. Oh, of course, man. Of course. But you can't say that, homie. A homie can't say, God bless America. This is a racist place. Listen, I will get into those spills, but at the end of the day, yes, man, God bless this country, man. This country gives us the opportunity to do what I'm doing right here. If I'm in some other country, a third world country especially, and I'm talking politics and I'm talking against certain gangs, I'm talking about that, I'm going to get killed. Straight up. You're not going to do this. There's so many reporters from the border down, south of the border. You're going to get killed, homie. That is the reality of most countries. In this place, we can at least agree, disagree, have debates, have conversations, try to change the system. And what? Only in America, baby. Only in America. But only the spoiled ones don't want to hear that, man. Let's see. Mr. Smiley. Trucha con Navato. Smiley from East Los. I'm not pro-police, and I agree Gascon is weak. He needs to go. See, I think that, you may say you're not pro-police, and I don't know, that may mean different things to different people. But when I say I'm pro police, I'm pro a police officer that's doing his job. I'm pro a police officer that's not out there planning dope on somebody. I'm pro a police officer that's not out there, beating on somebody in the community. But at the same time, we 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 can't just sit there and kind of bunch them all in the same group, man, because we don't want that done to us, and they're the ones that are the line between us and the rest of the crazy people, carnal. But yeah, I feel you, Smiley. I know what you mean, homeboy. Uh, I don't know, homeboy. You're getting Pochita. You're getting too political. Pochita Mexicana says sheriff's calling, please. Sheriff dropouts are worse. Yeah, they're the sheriff's SNY. Oh, Jesus. American Indio Cholos. I guess that's this guy. That's Bean Burrito's new channel. He's an American Indio Cholo. Let's see what you got in here, guys. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes. Don't trying to get some of your comments. One love. Okay. Martin, let him know, homie. The Vato's just doing his pinche job, Holmes. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Like I said, I've got friends that their kids are sheriffs. Their kids are LEPD. And I would much rather have that than have the homie say, hey, the homie joined the hood. Nah, man, no way, carnal. Oh, look, the homie came through right there. Let me, where you at? Where you at, bud? Where you at? There he is. Hey, see, you call him out. I believe that's you. LS1 Corvette fan became a YouTube member. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, man. That's what it's about. Supporting this platform. We are making, and when I say we, I see all of us together. We are making for us to have a platform to speak about issues that pertain to us, to speak about stuff that pertains to us. There is no other platform doing this. I know it's fun to watch, the homie talk about, hey, homie, I went and did 20 years, homie, now I'm out here, I'm positive. All right, homie, that's all fine and gravy. But here, we're actually getting down to business. We're actually taking care of business. We're actually going and supporting people that are getting done injustice to. And that's what it's about. It's about us coming together, homie, and having those conversations, because a lot of times people don't want to have those conversations, player. Okay, there we go. All right, Bono. So they're asking you and Incredible Javier to have a rap song together, homie. Not a rap battle, but a rap song. Oh, number one Mandilon. Hey, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the video, number one Mandilon. I'm gonna say it again. To your parents, homie. Shout out to Mandilon's jefe, jefa. Mire, yo no nomás me pongo aquí a gritar en YouTube. Yo no nomás me quedo en la casa de huevón, aquí rascándome la panza. Ese Guild de American Cholo no hace nada. Ese nomás se la pasa en YouTube hablando. No, yo trabajo también. Yo me he levantado a las 5 de la mañana por 22 años trabajando en construcción de cemento. So, yo sí trabajo también. No crea que yo soy un vato así nomás huevón que se la pasa así nomás. Yo trabajo. That's for your parents, man. Don't let them know, homie. I take care of business, carnal. They think I'm out here just on YouTube every day doing a whole lot of nothing. I work, homeboy. I work. Let's see what you got. All right. Gil is down for the cause. Hey, somebody's got to be down for the cause, homeboy. I think you guys are all down for the cause as well, man. Viva la raza. You know what it is, man. All right, so I'm gonna start getting going here in the next 2 minutes. Before I do that, I need you guys all shout out your city. Shout out where you at. Shout out your state. Shout it out in a positive way to see where we're all connecting from right now, man. I want to see, before I go, I want to see where you guys are tapping in from, man. What city, what state, what area code? Let me hear it. That boy Javi 007, what's up, my boy? Hope all is well. You know what it is, homie. It's Friday, carnal. What we got? Let me see what we got calling before.
Awesome. Leo.
What's up, Leo?
Hey, how's it going, Gil?
It's going good, carnal. Talk to me. You'll be my last phone call, man. Let's make it good.
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to say, I was watching that one video with Pastor Rocha.
Yes.
Pretty good stuff, man. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, you know what?
Just
Pastor Roach is a good guy, man. I really liked it as well.
Yes, sir. My question was, are you gonna have any more people from Northern California come on your show?
Yeah. Listen, man. I invite people from Northern California all the time, carnal. I got zero problem. People just say, "Oh, no, you got certain issues." No, man. There's certain people, and I don't have issues with them. I just don't mess with them. That's all it is, man. But yeah, I've got another gentleman on the books that I actually hit him up again today. He was working. We tried to do it the first time. His internet wasn't working. Then after that, he had to cancel me because he had to go to work. He just hit me back about a day or two ago, and I got a new phone. I hit him back up. Listen, man, anybody who's from up north that wants to do an interview, hit me up. Straight up, hit me up. There's certain people, like I said, that I don't mess with, and it's got nothing to do with them being from up north, homie. And if people can't understand that, then they just don't know the game, homie. It's and not even the game; they just don't know the life. If I were if I were to sit there and deal with a lot of people, like everybody, then I'm excluding my whole city. I'm excluding my whole county. I'm excluding everybody else here. So I can't sit there and exclude everybody else because of past things that some people have done. And this is no shots. This is reality. This is the truth. If I sat there and you notice anybody that messes with them, you don't see them around their homies. You don't see them on their block. You don't see them anywhere in any of these places that I've been going to that you got hundreds of homies around there. So anybody that messes with them, they're not around that. And if I were to do that, I'd be the same thing. I'd be ostracized, homie. And I don't want to do that. I didn't go this far in my life, whether in my regular career, in my old gang career, to sit there and just throw everything away because then it'll kill my message. And that's what it is. And if some people don't understand that, then I'm sorry, man. But it's got nothing to do with disrespecting anybody. I got nothing but love. To me, I've said it before and I'll say it again, homie. Ain't no norteño ever kill any of my homies. And I got a lot of dead homies, carnal. And ain't no norteño. It was my own kind out here that killed my homies. So if I can forgive my own kind out here, you think I'm really worried about norteño? Nah, carnal. It's all love, homie. All love to the north, all love to the south, all love to California. I don't see that shit, homie. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, my man.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. I appreciate you taking the call.
For sure, man. Have a great weekend, brother.
All right.
All right, homie. Late. There we go. All right, people. So what do we got here? Lechin. Let me put on my my glasses here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see who we got. Somas is from South Africa in the bush. I knew you were a black man, Somas. You've been lying to us all this time. Somas is trying to infiltrate so he can say that they were the original natives of Mexico and everything else, of the Americas. This fool. Let me go back up here, people. Oh, man, you got to drop it in here. Yo, what's good? Time to show up on Sunday. Protest in Noho. I'll be there at 12, man. I'm gonna be there for an hour, maybe some change. I got a Father's Day thing to do, but I'm definitely gonna be there at 12 o'clock. You wanna come through? I'll be there, buddy. All you guys wanna come through? I'll be there in North Hollywood at the gym. I'll post it again today. Also tomorrow we've got Tony A in the building. You don't want to miss this one, people. I'm telling you. Denton, Texas. San Diego 619. LAX to New Zealand. Tucson, Arizona. Santa Rosa 707. Compton is in the house. Albuquerque, New Mexico. South Central LA. He said, don't defund the police, people. I don't know if that's a city or not. Huntington Park. Shout out from New York, West Texas 806 Indio. I'm from my mama's panza. Andres Garcia is from a city called the Mama's Panza, homie. Oh, man. Panorama City is in the building. Santa Ana 714 in the house. Oh, my God. Spanish. What is the haha? I don't know, homie. Hemet, H-Town. Myrtle Beach, right? It's called Myrtle Beach. Santa Ana, Califas, Long Beach in the house. Compton again. Paris, Inland, LA. I'm going to see if I can catch up to this, man. You guys get Toronto, West Side. Still down for the brown. All shades. West Side, Riverside, 951. There's the Loco, Virginia, homie. That's right, Jay Garcia. Let him know, homie. Hollywood, Khalifa. South San Diego, Chula Vista. He's in the bush, homie. Colorado Springs, 719. Shout out to all the jefitos this weekend. That's right, Boogie. 818 in Texas. Mi salsas and beer, Mexicans, food sucks out here. Sorry about your luck, homie. The Mexican food out here is good, man. El Monte, California. We got El Monte Peace, Joseph Santana, 818 San Fernando Valle, City of No Hope. Oh, man. Already, you know, come on, homie. But you know what it is, man. Nothing but love, homeboy. The Mega Gang, I don't know, homie. Puro Alhambra, carnal. Thank you for your podcast. It's great. Hey, I appreciate that super chat. I'm glad to see. Up north, Raza doesn't matter where they're from. Absolutely, man. So, Rose Hills, East Los. You guys are still coming. Ontario, I'll be here all night. Let me go down here real quick. Oh, man. Willowbrook, Guadalajara, Westside, Riverside, Colorado, Tampa, Florida. It's David. You called me out. I became a boss member. God bless you, brother. Hey, David, I appreciate you. That's what it is. I got to call people up, not in a bad way, and some people take it the wrong way, but that's what it is. That's how we do it as man. That's what leaders do. We call each other out. I call myself out. That's why I'm here doing what I'm doing, man. Other than that, people, New Jersey, East Los Salinas, saludos from Mars, Sherman Oaks in the building, and upstate. Other than that, people, you guys have a great, great weekend. Tomorrow, we will be live, 6 p.m., 28's in the building. You want to hear it? It's all going to be here. Any question? It's all going to be here. It's going down tomorrow. Other than that, Sunday. Happy Father's Day, people. You guys have a good one, man. Late.